Greetings, I'm Dave Gilmore, and this is Design Intelligence. Well, what's next? We seem ever poised on the edge of yet another negative event or series of complexities, or so it seems lately. From far away to up close and personal, from global in scope and dimension to locally known and experienced and felt, we are daily, sometimes hourly, inundated with sensational news that sets us up for persistent uncertainty. It's really difficult to maintain composure, settledness, and leadership perspective if you're spinning out of control. I suppose it's usually the advantage of age that possesses perspective. Over my 60-plus years, I've witnessed several catastrophes, heard of thousands upon thousands of people's death due to war and terror, witnessed the loss of hundreds of billions of dollars, seen good people shamed and bad people exalted. Through all of this and much, much more, I'm still here, still breathing, still sharing life with those I love and grieving those I've lost among the living and the dead. Tragedy has struck my personal life on multiple occasions, and as I said, I'm still here. Perspective is the faraway and broad view of both the distant and near. It sees both together. Perspective distinguishes between the possible and the probable. It recalls the past in better light and reveals the present through hopeful eyes. In other words, perspective gained over years and decades is the stuff usually reserved for time travelers. It is for this reason that the ancients would require years and life scars of anyone aspiring to a leadership role. We've said it for years, there's no substitute for experience. Perspective is a gift born only from trial, error, resilience, and experience. Leaders listening to this understand that of which I speak. In the daily fray of leadership, we can be tempted to lose perspective, can't we? Business happenings coupled with personal challenges combined with losses of myriad sorts and mixed together with personal anxieties makes for perspective's fog even among the most experienced. So what do we do when perspective seems faint and we're on the cusp of being overwhelmed? Well, for me, I've discovered that I need to step back, step aside, and step down for a bit. I seek the solace of quiet to silence the conflicting noise inside. I lean into what I trust the most to regain my footing. I actively recall and remember similar or harder times when I made it through and replay the lessons learned through those experiences. In other words, I gain perspective to address the challenges before me. Every leader gets overwhelmed from time to time. Sometimes it occurs in rapid succession, tempting you to think you'll never get back to settledness and stability again. Other times, the waves of overwhelming dynamics suddenly appear like an unexpected tsunami rising up from seemingly nowhere, threatening to crash over you at any moment. But here's the truth of it all. The loss of perspective, the threat of being overwhelmed, usually occurs when a leader doesn't responsibly manage their thinking on a daily basis. When we step back, step aside, and step down from the breakneck rush of nonstop thinking to recall, remember, and regain perspective, we proactively are managing the flow of our mind. After all, being overwhelmed and losing perspective is a matter of the mind, isn't it? As a leader, I'm encouraging you to the discipline of perspective management every day. Be it a few 15-minute step backs or an hour of intentional quiet, you owe this to everyone following you, depending on you to lead when they've lost perspective. What kind of leader are you? Until next time, I'm Dave Gilmore, and this is Design Intelligence.